Okay, this is my audience for the video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people. And here we go. You can see me. Yeah, good. Alright. I guess. See the video. I don't know if I have to have the video in the audience, but I have to have me. Alright. The Impact and Legacy of Harry Potter by Justin Berlin. Quick timeline of Harry Potter. The first book, Harry Potter and Philosopher's Stone, came out in 1997. Over the next 3 years, the next 3 books came out in 98, 99, and 2000. That's when Mom got me the first 4 books for Christmas, and I read them all over the following year, and which is why I was so excited for Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, which came out in 2001. And then after that, the books and movies alternated for the next couple of years until the last book, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, came out in 2007. And the last movie, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, came out in 2011. Coincidentally, both the books and the movies both had a 10-year run, 1997, 2007, and 2001 to 2011. Harry Potter, the books by the numbers, 500 million copies have been sold as of February 1st, 2018. This includes all 7 books and 3 companion volumes released in both print and digital. This makes Harry Potter the best-selling book series of all time. The books are now being sold in 80 languages in over 200 countries and territories around the world. Since there are only 195 countries, that likely means Harry Potter is sold in every officially recognized country on Earth, plus a few extra places. The Harry Potter novels were the first books to rank on the New York Times bestseller list since 1952, when E.B. White's Charlotte's Web was released. The last 4 books each set the record for fastest-selling book of all time, one after the other, with books 5, 6, and 7 each breaking the record set by the previous one. These facts were found on telegraph.co.uk, by Harry Potter Facts and Figures, and Pottermore.com. Harry Potter, the movies by the numbers. All 9 movies in the Potterverse, meaning the original 8 plus Fantastic Beasts, were extremely successful and profitable. 6 of the 8 Potter movies are on the list of the top 50 highest-grossing movies of all time. Only one of them, Deathly Hallows Part 2, made it to the $1 billion club, joining movies like Avatar, Titanic, and Star Wars The Force Awakens. The epic conclusion to the Harry Potter saga made a grand total in theaters of $1.34 billion, putting it at number 8 on the top 50 list. The least successful movie, Prisoner of Azkaban, made $796 million. Having grossed $8.5 billion, Harry Potter is currently the 3rd most successful franchise ever, surpassed only by Star Wars and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is especially impressive considering there's only 9 movies, and the franchise started 17 years ago in 2001. Even more impressive, it put James Bond in the next spot at number 4, even though that franchise has more than twice the number of films, and has existed for over 3 times as long, 55 years, since Dr. No was released in 1963. These facts were found on the Wikipedia page of the list of highest grossing films and a website called mentalfloss.com, 10 highest grossing movie franchises of all time. J.K. Rowling, the greatest witch of all. J.K. Rowling was born Joanne Rowling, pronounced Rowling, on July 31st, 1965. She does not have a middle name. She added the K for Kathleen after her grandmother when she started writing because she thought young boys were less likely to read a book about wizards written by a woman. At one point, she was one of only 5 self-made female billionaires. In 2004, she became the first author to make the Forbes Billionaires list. She is also one of only a small handful of entertainers to ever make that list, joining Oprah Winfrey, George Lucas, and Steven Spielberg. She is no longer a billionaire, due in part to the fact that she donated so much money to charity, about $116 million. The death of Harry's parents was inspired by the death of Rowling's mother, who had multiple sclerosis for 10 years. She died in 1990, just a few months after Rowling began writing. These facts were found on Wikipedia's J.K. Rowling page, on Forbes about J.K. Rowling, and on The Guardian, a video showing how Rowling pronounces her name. Harry Potter, the boy who changed everything. After J.K. Rowling finished her first book, she was rejected by 12 publishers before Bloomsbury finally accepted her work. This is because the fantasy genre had become much less popular by the 1990s. It was seen as old-fashioned. With the mega success of the Harry Potter books being turned into some of the biggest movies in all of cinema, studios and directors realized this was an untapped goldmine and everybody jumped in. Long-forgotten books were given a second chance on the screen, like The Chronicles of Narnia, and newly published writers like Christopher Paolini and Stephenie Meyer had hopes they would make it big, not just with the books, but in Hollywood as well, like J.K. Rowling was able to do. No less than 12 franchises were started due to the success of Harry Potter. Some of them were one-offs with only a single movie that didn't do well enough for sequels, like The Golden Compass. But others became massive hits among young teens, specifically the Twilight Saga, which released 5 films and grossed $3.3 billion. These facts were found on abc.net about how the books changed children's publishing, and on a website called Games Radar, 12 movie franchises influenced by Harry Potter. The Potterverse. In addition to the 7 main books, which were adapted into the 8 main movies, there is a whole universe that has exploded into existence because of Harry Potter, a Potterverse. All 7 main books have been released in unabridged audiobook versions. A highly acclaimed play debuted in West End, the Broadway of London, in 2016. Titled Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, it was nominated for a record-breaking 11 awards, and it won a record-breaking 9 awards. Pottermore, the official website for everything Harry Potter, launched in 2011. It has quizzes that sort you into the Hogwarts houses, trivia, news articles, games, and more. 2 textbooks from the Harry Potter series were themselves turned into real books: Quidditch Through the Ages and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. A storybook was made real as well, The Tales of Beedle the Bard. These facts were found on the Wikipedia page for everything Harry Potter. The Potterverse continued. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them was itself adapted into a major film. It was released in 2016, and it grossed $814 million. Due to that success, a plan was made to turn this into a new trilogy. A sequel is scheduled for release later this year, November 16, 2018, and then a 3rd film sometime later in the future. A long list of Potter-themed children's games have been released, including Cluedo, Scene It, and Lego, and 13 video games, 8 corresponding with the books and films, and 5 spin-offs. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter has now been opened in 3 different Universal Studios theme parks: Orlando, Florida, Los Angeles, California, and Osaka, Japan. 2 fan-made prequels have been released on YouTube: Severus Snape and the Marauders, and Voldemort Origins of the Heir. In 2016, Rowling released 3 new ebooks, all of them about Hogwarts. Harry Potter, I open at the close. In the end, I am the legacy that the Harry Potter phenomenon created and will leave behind. Harry Potter impacted my life in ways I'm probably not even aware of. But I do know that Harry Potter taught me and everybody else that magic is real. But this magic takes the form of love, hope, friendship, and family. Harry Potter taught us that family does not stop with blood, and not all blood is family. Harry Potter taught us to never be afraid of or ashamed to show off what you love. There is no age limit to being a geek. Harry Potter taught us to never stop fighting for what is right, and to never give up hope. The end. Thanks, everybody.